this one, what's the meaning of that? So ba ranna ba re ne tsama le ola yena wa nona nkhombile re I want this one ba ranna ba re no tsama then ke butsa ke re why ba re no o ya kwa seleng ya
Okay.
and then ke a molatela ke tshwile mafelo re motho a ka no fihla re ka ra batho I want this one o batla o ntira
Eish. Ba di fo bone mosadi.
yes that's what I thought gore o bone mosadi re ya re fihla kwa seleng it was about 40 people ka mo ra sele so ke a kena then a o rana re dula mo ke I'm looking around ba nshebile ke tshwile la mafelo ka mo ra sele ba ndebeletse then ke duletse mo bucketeng and then wa fihla nako ya late gore go robadiwa so go robalwa mo diskafoleng ba divide ka di-curtain bona go robadiwa ba di bitsa gore ke media tea di-curtain then ba divide ka di-curtain and then this monitor o a nlatileng ko kitchen ba divide ka curtain bona ba dulela that side ke ka mara same cell but ga se ba khile mola then ba divide ka di-curtain and then bona ba ka mola and the rest of other people ba ka and then ke a bitsiwa ka mola and mind you ba kwetse ka eng ka curtain so nna ke a bitsiwa ba re ba o bitsa ka mola that side of the curtain
and who was calling you?
Monitor o la nlatileng
Hey, okay.
ka hesitated ka dula ka aya ke mo then a tswa ka mola because o rometse motho a re bitsa that guy then ka gana then go tswa ena re emfe e tla ka ke re why ona rai ke tlo fa melao ya gore re bereka bja ke re na why can't you give me those rules why must I come that side rai don't worry I want to do dira then ka emela ke and then
so this time you were speaking ka di-curtains ga bolela no mo responder on the other side
latile
o latile
a ke re o rometse motho this
you
side
refused.
ka refuse then a tswa ka mola kitchening
okay
sa a fihla mona re no a re ka mola so ka gana but I'm convinced alright there is nothing wrong that's going to happen it's just fela gore ang ampolele gore go tsamaya bjang so I give that side of the curtain ke dulela mo kareng ke kry chance gore if anything e ka direga ke kgone go kry a way of escape so I give it and then one tlhalosetsa gore go bereka bjang o swantse ke reke mpete so ba patedisha scaffold ya tlo ntlhalosetsa no okay mo or o kry mpete you need to pay mpete was 450 by that time so then that's when they borrow me a phone ke phone my wife okay
who's borrowing the phone the monitor the monitor has a phone
the phone do on I get they smuggle the phone inside the phone a di nyake e kwa jele mara because of corruption the phone dia smuggliwa ka mo jele then di are rekishiwa you get a phone go jele because of they are being smuggled inside smartphone phone tse nyane dia smuggliwa so ke like fitla wa kera gore batho ba na le phone so an kadima phone ka phone la msadi then an direla e-wallet then ka wa e-wallet ke na ke krampe so ya ba ke gona gore the first night ya ona I didn't sleep because I was expecting that they are going to do something on so I didn't sleep the whole night I was up ke bona ke nka utla movement nyana fela ke make sure ka papa so sure. But the 3 days down the line then I realized ntho ne ke expect ba tantira yona so that's when thoma o setla nyana than trying to come to terms with what's going on in my life.
And the food, what were you eating there?
Jele, go jewa papa, go jewa dinama.
Dijo tse di normal.
Normal, but ja low grade. Aba o fe top grade ya dijo. So ke dijo tsa low grade, marotho a ona ke a bo di 5 rand. Wa bona. Maupi a ona ke di low grade. The fruits and veg ke tsa low grade. Everything ke low grade kwa jele. So, but you do get marotho, the papa, the fish, chicken, pork, beef, what do you call it?
And who cooks those food?
Ka nako e nna ke fitlha bo go na le catering. Ba re keng leina la catering. But e tswile le yona e tswa ka di-allegations tsa corruption. Ya tswa. By the time nna ke tlo tswa go jele ne wa peya di-prison. Ba le ba o sentensiwa ke bona ne
ba lapela.
Yeah, but ka nako ele ne ba na le catering e peya. Ka nako e nna ke tswa.
And then how is a normal day in prison? Like when you wake up, what do you do there in prison?
Prison is another world that is different from the outside world. You go through a routine. You do one thing over and over and over again. I change into our. You wake up 6 o'clock. You go kitchen and pack 2 slices of bread and just half a cup yam toho. And then we go back go selling. And then lidule go selling up until lunchtime. And then you go back go kitchening. And then o kry papanyana ka piece of meat, piece nyane, then maybe like cabbage on the side. And then o boele morao. And then o kry 5 slices of bread, you do young late. And then tomorrow you're going to repeat the same thing. Over and over and over again. And then on top of that, about kill, udula kill all the time. Yeah, udula kama rasel. You just go or wait until it's then after about kill. You are locked up like a caged animal.
You cannot go anywhere. You cannot do anything. You don't have a phone. You've got nothing.
Yeah, you don't do anything. You just sleep. You wake up. You eat. You bath, and then you repeat the same routine.
6 years.
Yeah, for 6 years.
Sure. What is one thing that you can say prison has taught you?
Prison, and thank God, or ha ke tshwarwa ke tshwerwe ke tseba modimo. Ke tshwerwe ke tseba modimo, and then ha ke fitla ko prison, ntho e ke ileng ka e bona ko prison le ko di-court. Le ko di-court le ntho ke experience leng ko court, if I still have time ne ke tla explain or why it's etsahalang ko court. But that, let me explain. Ko prison ke ithutile gore motho without God, a human being without God, has no chance in life. And ke bone corruption ya a human being. Ke bone motho when sinful nature is ruling. Ka ra bophelo ba motho, motho ana any hope, any chance mo bophelong without God. Ke tswe bona ko prison. Ka ithuta le go nna patient. Ka ithuta go accepta sometimes. Go na le mo fitlhang gore o na situation where you just need to accept so that you can cope. Ka ithuta patience, ka ithuta discipline, ka ithuta acceptance, gore sometimes accept that situation It might be temporary situation, but it will pass. Then ka ithuta patience, ka ithuta or accept, ka ithuta discipline. And then ka bona le bobe ba motho ha sena. I saw how dark it was in prison without God.
And which year were you released?
I was released ka 2025, 7 April this year.
What happened after so many years they decided to hold now? Was it because you have served those years and the days, or?
It wasn't because of that. It was because I won the case.
Okay.
I was not found guilty of the crime that they accused me. Ntho e be e dira ko court, like I told you, gore ke rile ha ke fitla my first appearance, I was judged before before ban trial, before I go for trial. Bona ban judge. And then when I was judged before I was even tried, ya ba re ge ba yo ntry. Now, the way the trial proceedings ne di tsamaya ka teng, le di witnesses tse ne ba di bitsa, just state, ba thoma o contradictana leng le that preconceived judgment ye ba bileng le yona against me. You understand? So, ka lebaka la ntho ko court ne ke nahanne gore the magistrates, the prosecutors, the IOs, investigation officers, were people who know how to do their job based on their professional knowledge and experience. That was what I thought. But only to find out, unfortunately, they are capable of doing as far as profession is concerned. It was nothing. It was far from that. Because I found people who are conniving, people who conspire, people who lie, people who fabricate in order to destroy the lives of other people for the sake of building their own career and profile. They will stoop that low in their long robes, their profession, but they will stoop to such a low level that even their education, I despised it. Even their experience, even their knowledge, I despised everything about the court. Because the court, ayaba, justice system, ayaba famon. Because of what I experienced in the court of law.
Wow. And Muruti, what you are saying, we can see what is happening now in the country with this thing of Madlanga Commission and the corruption that is happening ko maphodiseng. I really didn't know that much up until Mkhwanazi came and then exposed some of the things that us as the citizen were not aware, which are happening kumaphodiseng and happening in the prison. And it is just an unfortunate gore le wena you were among those people who were wrongfully arrested, and in the process you were treated unjust, like you didn't have a voice, you didn't have up until they decide or prove you're not guilty. There are so many people out there who have been in your shoes, who are wrongfully arrested because basadi or bana or hona le batho ba ileng hore they can take an advantage of this thing of GBV. Once you can say, I have been raped, I have been done this, then you can use that to pull somebody down, you know. And people are using that as an advantage because they are head kapila, if you say that. So what was that? What was the statement these people have like Casey say you did? Like, how do they say the rape allegation come about?
The rape allegations, I can find out go court because I didn't know. I wanted to find out what's going on. I can feel go court. Ke kira hore ba re this rape, the alleged rape ba bolelang ka ona, e direile inside the car.
The school transport.
The school transport. E direile inside the car. But the question is, e direga bjang? Because I'm picking a number of children kamara koloi. So now they have to coach because I was faced with 2 life sentences. Had they found me guilty, I was going to prison for 2 life sentences because it was 2 counts of rape, which I didn't do. But now, in order for them to build their case, they had to coach these kids. One was 6 and the other one was 11 by that time of the alleged incident of rape. So they had to coach them. You understand? I can't tell you the motive why that woman opened a case against me. Even today, I wish I could ask her, just tell me why did you do that? I still don't have an answer, even today. So, ya ba re ntho e dira ka ra koloi ke nkile o iwane ka lena in the bush ka paka koloi in the bush and then I raped her and then o mongwe le ena re ka monka ka in the bush I raped her, but which is impossible because for that to happen other kids must not be in the car. But how? Because I'm picking them up at the same time from the same school.
And how many girls were they with? They were 3 from the same house.
They were 3 from the same house,
and
including other girls and other boys in the car. So it was a lot of them.
Sure.
So they gave the court an impression. It was only them traveling ka koloi yaka. And bona before ba itama transporting yaka. Ne se ke na le 3 years nna. Ke rana transport. So how can ibe bona fela mola ba ke le transport yaka already operate? Wa bona. So dilo tse ke tse khoto e findang out
6 years later.
Ke le ko court.
Okay.
Anje trial e tswela pele. So other things they begin to unveil. And one side of the story. And then and a koto was on the side of the so-called victims. The court was not the court was not neutral. No, it was just taking sides.
And people should understand we're not here to condone GBV and we totally stand against it. And people, they can take that as a weapon to use it to falsely accuse. There are people they have been violated, and that is true. They must be punished.
Yes.
They must be punished. Yes. But for those that are out there, our sisters and our mothers, they must please not use this thing as an advantage. If they want to bring someone down, this is the route that they can go to. And it is just enough unfortunate there are many people like you they are falsely accused until proven not guilty or proven guilty they have the families tsa bona. And then this did not only ruin your life. Remember, you were working, you are a businessman, you were providing for your family, which means the time you were taken to prison, that bread for your children also, it was taken from your children. That provision that you were doing in your family, how did it affect you? Because I believe when you were inside, who was continuing with the business? How were things at home?
my absence equals a loss of income. Me being separated from my children and my wife, and being the breadwinner. So after o tshwariwa aka, it put my wife under stress and strain ya gore now o swantse a eme ka maoto a zame go hustler gore ba kgone go ja, because the breadwinner are on. So ing affectile too much, because I had to cry each and every time e ke bua le msadi from prison, ke bolela le ena, and then hearing what she's going through and how she's been treated outside, and then the shame that she suffered. Batho e ba bolela gampe, you understand, some of dintho tse ba di bolelang a di utlwa, you understand, gore monna ae wa moruti o repile bana, o tshwere shemo, ne ya ka ngwana batho, you understand. So ba nke advantage ka yena ba mo direng, and then even other people think gore ka gore ke ona ba ngwe ba banna. Even the shocking part ya ona ke ge we ya even the church member ja banna ba ilo zama gore
ba mo share
we bona ba bona gore okay wa struggle, so since a struggle re ka kena ka yona situation ya high, and then because weak, so re ka kena. But thank God she kept her faith, aba strong, aba faithful, and then so ke losile haholo. I even sold property, ne ke na le property ko Limpopo, ne ke na le motse ko Limpopo ka o rekisha, ka rekisha dikoloi, business, trying to
pay the lawyers fees,
pay the legal fees, and then I lost everything, my business, my property, everything, because of unfair and arrest le corrupt justice system ya ka mo South Africa.
Sure. I must give it to your wife and commend her. She is indeed a strong and a remarkable woman, because it is not everyone who can stand up, like stand with you up until you are back. If it was someone else, she would have left, because I want a situation where now we no longer have cars, we don't have a home anymore. We've sold like almost everything. So what am I still be doing here? I must say, I really I respect her for standing and waiting and hoping and believing that one day things will be all right.
Yeah.
Whew. You are back now, Muruti, 2025 April. How is the world outside? How are the people receiving you?
The world outside, obviously, people won't receive you the same way because of different reactions towards my arrest. So others bana le tsela ya bona ye ba interpretile the whole thing. Ba bangwe, they stuck with me ever since ke tshwariwa. They believed, they prayed for me, and then ba ema, and then ba dumela Modimo, and then Modimo a honora di prayer tša bona, a ba araba. They came back and then ba nreceiveile all right. But ba bangwe, unfortunately, they are still stuck in their own preconceived notions about incident. So I'm picking up the pieces, and unfortunately, the stigma will always be there. Baba, where they won't let go, they will, still stuck on
what they believe,
whatever they believe.
Yeah,
you understand. But it's not the same. So people, ona le ntongwe ke tsebang ka batho gore human beings have this natural proclivity ya go dira preconceived conclusion on something based on unfounded allegations before they can actually understand the facts and the merits of a matter, but they will jump into their own judgment.
Narratives.
Yes. So people are like that.
Wow. And where to from here?
From here, the plans tse ne ke na le tsona before ke tshwariwa. Continue from where I left. Whatever that I've lost, ke ipoditse gore modimo o ke mo servang, he will restore all the years that the locusts and the cankerworms have eaten. So I pick up from where I left and move on with the plans tse ne ke baneng le tsona prior to my arrest.
And if maybe people want to reach out to you, where can they get you?
They can get me through my phone number. And I also have I'm on social media as well, and Facebook. But I can provide with my number to reach me very quickly if there's anyone who wants to reach me or whatever the reason they want. You can provide my number.
What is your social media handle? The one in Facebook?
Yeah, it's for Tema.
Tema.
Yeah.
Okay. And then do you mind sharing the numbers or?
No, I don't mind.
Okay.
I don't mind. I can share the numbers.
What are the numbers?
06. Anyone who want to reach me can reach me on 0688 144 255.
Any last word before we close? What would you love to say to anyone who's watching at home? Ikaba anything regarding life or your experience or anything. Someone maybe might still be going through what you have gone through, or they've, like, what can you say to someone?
Ntho ke batla go share le batho ke batla gore ba understand gore it's not everyone wa leng ko jele. Number one, a leng guilty. Other people go jail, they are serving time go jail, not because they have committed a crime. Through my experience, the way court is so unjust and unfair. Now I believe that it's not everyone go jail we guilty. Babangwe, unfortunately, but found guilty based on whatever the variety of reasons. But Baba Satsonor be guilty. Guilty. And then number two, I want people to understand that in life there are two sides of the story. Don't ever make a mistake of making a conclusion based on one side of the story. You need to gather all the facts and be an analytical thinker before you can decide. It's very important, because otherwise, if you jump to conclusion, you end up destroying very meaningful relationship. And this will also go to all kind of relationship, whether it's a marriage relationship. If you jump to conclusion without analyzing all the facts, then you are going to mess up big time in life.
There is two sides of the story.
Yes.
Others say there is my side, your side, and there is the truth.
Yes.
Three sides of the story.
Yes.
Okay. Wow, what an episode. Like, today's episode was a lot, and I must say, thank you so much, Pastor Tema, for making time and for being bold and to come and share your story. I mean, it's not so many people who can be this bold and come out and say, guys, this is what I've been accused of, because people understand how sensitive the issue we are talking about is today. So I must say, I commend you for your bravery and for coming out and say, through it all, I have seen the hand of God. You know, your story reminds me, as we are closing, the story of Joseph when he was arrested, which is a very profound example of faith. You know, I've just wrote it down. Faith, resilience, and forgiveness. And also it illustrates how God can work through difficult circumstances to fulfill his purpose, which we have just heard with your story. and also Joseph's journey from betrayal to leadership, it serves as a reminder of the importance of integrity and the power of forgiveness in the face of adversity.
Yes.
And so, Muruti, we really appreciate your time and everything that you have done for us in this studio. And have you forgiven the lady?
Oh yes, I have to.
Mm,
Otherwise, I won't be able to move on.
okay.
Yeah, if I allow unforgiveness and bitterness to take hold of me, then I'm going to get stuck.
Oh, that's how we wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning, guys. Let's keep the conversation going on Facebook at Manukupugube Malawati, Instagram, and TikTok. Please don't forget to comment, like, and share. Let us know what you made of today's episode. Until next time. Mwah.